All right, let's talk about other top 10 teams, top 12 teams that lost on the road. Arkansas just got done putting the kibosh on Tennessee, 19-14. It was 3-0 Arkansas at the break. Tennessee was held to 76 total yards in the first half, and Nico was sacked 3 times. Now, Tennessee did muster 2 touchdown drives in the second half, both of which came on the ground. But Trey, Nico Iamaleava looked uncomfortable throwing the ball in this game. We knew Arkansas had a decent pass coverage unit. Their pass rush is one of the better ones, I think, in the SEC. They were getting to Nico throughout this game. What do you take away from this? Because I looked at Arkansas playing really, really solid defense at home as what came out on top. But I know that there are going to be people that now cast a lot of doubt, maybe a raised eyebrow towards the Volunteers.
Yeah, Tennessee's not elite because they lost one game on the road, right? That's how dumb this conversation is. You have a freshman quarterback who has looked amazing at times and has looked like a freshman at times. We talked about that when we were wrapping up the Oklahoma game a couple weeks ago, right? Arkansas is a talented enough team to give you a lot of trouble. We've seen that time and time again in the Sam Pittman era, and they jump up and get somebody every single year, especially when they're playing at home in Fayetteville. And that's exactly what they did tonight. They weathered the storm. Tennessee looked like they were about to take over that game. Mm-hmm. When the offense finally looked like it was clicking to start the second half. I think they scored on 2 straight possessions, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
took a 14-3 lead, and then when Taylon Green got hurt, we were talking as we were watching it together that it just looked like Arkansas's offense was done, but they found a way to move the ball. Malachi Singleton came in, and that last drive was just nails by him to come in off the bench, cold, not expecting to have to play and lead the team down the field to score that game-winning touchdown. Just fantastic effort from him coming in off the bench. So Arkansas is a dangerous team. They have enough talent, especially on the defensive side of the ball, to cause a lot of problems. And when they have a crowd backing them at home, it's at night, it's going to be a recipe for disaster for a top team.
Yeah, do not get in a rock fight with Arkansas because they do have that ability to run the football. Jaquindon Jackson, we'll see about Taylon Green, what his health and injury status is going forward. But Malachi Singleton didn't do much to persuade me that he's going to be dangerous throwing the ball necessarily. Tough spot for the kid coming in late against the number 4 team in the country. But like you said, he got it done, used his legs, maybe got lucky on the touchdown scramble. Certainly thought he should have given that inside to Jackson, but ends up getting into the end zone. Tennessee's not able to drive down the field and get a final score to take that lead. So for me, I'm actually more interested in talking about Arkansas than I am Tennessee. I think Tennessee's going to bounce back. I think they're going to be fine. I think they're the more complete team on both sides of the ball that lost to a really good defense at home. What I'm curious about, though, Trey, is where you would grade Sam Pittman's job security going into the second half of the year, because while a top 5 win at home does wonders to help improve the recruiting and the home fan atmosphere and maybe even keep the boosters writing their checks, the end of the Arkansas schedule is going to be a brutal one. And I still don't know if the offense has enough giddy up and go to win the majority or even just a handful of those games.
Yeah, especially with a backup quarterback. We don't know what. Sorry, I was distracted by reading some gibberish in the comments. But I don't think that Taylon Green. It's too early to speculate on how long he's going to be out. It certainly looked like a rough hit that he took. But Arkansas moving the ball offensively, the biggest key for them today is they didn't turn the ball over. They've looked really good at times offensively. They've hit some big chunk plays, but they didn't turn the ball over, and that's really held them back in some of their previous games, especially in their losses to Oklahoma State and Texas A&M. So not turning the ball over was key. Taylon Green, when he was in, took care of the football, made some big throws, made some plays with his legs, and didn't give the other team free chances to get back in the game.
So looking at the second half of their schedule, you've got LSU at Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Texas, Louisiana Tech, all at home, and then at Missouri to finish out this regular season. Let's play over-under. If I tell you the over-under win total is 2.5, are Are you going over or under Arkansas?
For the rest of the season, let me pull up their schedule here. So we've got LSU at home. Certainly a situation where LSU's defense doesn't scare me, and Arkansas will be coming off a bye. Mississippi State on the road, Ole Miss at home, Texas at home, La Tech, and Mizzou on the road. I'll take the over. I think they can. A lot of those big games are at home, and I think they can figure it out. I think they can find a way to 3 more wins, and if they can, Sam Pittman might get extended rather than fired.
Well, because that would take them. They're 4-2 right now. That would take them to 7-5, which I don't remember what their preseason over/under bet was, but we were taking the under.
5.5. I want to say it was either 5.5 or 4.5.
We were having more discussions about when Pittman was headed to Cancun for an extended break, rather than talking about wins and possible.
And if they got routed tonight, I think that's very real that conversation could have happened going into the bye week. But credit to them, credit to Sam Pittman. He always finds a way to get one of these a year, at least, it seems like.
Gracious him. How about that?